live again, and I've completely forgotten how to find out where all my live stuff is on YouTube, so give me a moment. If you're already here, hi. If you're not already here and you're watching later, hopefully I've got some content for you. Hopefully there'll be something that I do or say that'll be at least interesting enough to keep watching. I could be wrong though. I really could. And as I say all this, of course my laptop decides to throw wobbly. These are all the fun parts of trying to run a live stream. I'm even, I need to show you my convoluted setup I've got here. I've got my camera in front of me on the tripod with a step ladder behind it, with a mirror on it so I can see the reflection to see if I'm actually in frame, which I am. That's good. Hopefully I'm far enough away that you can't see every individual pore and you can't see quite how big the bags under my eyes are. Hopefully. Anyway, if you can see just how hideous I look, I do apologise. This is how I look. There's not really much I can do about it. I could learn makeup and stuff, but the fact is I don't care enough. I don't care enough about how I look to really put the effort in and learn how to do makeup. I tried though, don't get me wrong, I did try. Hell, that's why I started YouTubing in the first place, wasn't it? To try and learn how to be a normal girl. And then I realised, normal, maybe not exactly me, eh? Ah. So if I go on here, I think I found where I need to be on here. I have. Excellent. So how do I, is that the share button? It is, aha! I found the share button. I've also come prepared. Because I am a classy bird. Let's see. Why are we not sharing? Oh yeah. Let's see, let's try sharing it live on Facebook too, see if we get any viewers this time round. Doing a live stream. Come say hi. Wow, that's like the biggest sell possible. That really would motivate a person to come and see what the hell's going on. Oh well. Let's see. God, so this is how I look, eh? What I should probably do is put like my computer there. And then it's just out of frame. And I can just look up and down, look up and down. I don't have a table. Ooh, I could use a chair, couldn't I? I could just go plop and put the chair here and hope it's out of frame. This is the trouble with trying stuff new. I have no idea what works. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. I have to say, I don't look very nice today, do I? Haven't got anything to change into, so just gonna have to make do. Maybe if I sit just beautifully. Ah, let's see. Oh, no, I just look like a fat bugger. Ah, the music stopped. Why did my music stop? Alright. Hopefully this is all copyright free music. That's kind of what I was searching for when I found it. here? Why am I here? It's a Friday night. Have I got nothing better to do? Yes, exactly. I have nothing better to do on a Friday night. And you know what? I really enjoyed it last time. I enjoyed the 4 to 5 people that came along and said hi. And I enjoyed telling stories and just generally connecting with people a little bit. Considering I spend nearly every day away from people, this is like the perfect way to get social interaction without having to actually deal with people. Because God knows I'm not good at dealing with actual people. It's quite funny because I'm hearing all these random songs that I know from... Hey, oh, there's no extra. Oh, how very odd. It doesn't seem to have actually shared my live stream. Let's have a go. No, no. And I've actually written down some stories for you today. Actual stories. So that should be interesting. Well, interesting for me, anyway. Oh. I could just sit here and jam out to music all night and forget you there. Probably not the best way to do things, but sure. Alright. So it's been a hell of a week, really. Emotionally, mentally. Goodness knows my head's a mess at the moment. And yeah, it's been one of them kinds of weeks where it's just sort of dug away at me a little bit. The biggest news of the week being I am working towards getting rid of all my debt. I think that's kind of cool. I realise how tiny the laptop sounds. Yeah, I'm working towards getting rid of my debt. I've referred myself into this charity called Christians Against Poverty. And the hope is that they'll be able to help me sort of get out of this hole that I've gotten into. Because I've fallen into a massive debt hole. And it sucks. And it just keeps seeming to be going deeper and deeper into it rather than actually ever getting out of it. And I've had quite enough of constantly worrying about whether I've got enough food in for anything. You know. Like, I'm pretty sure that as I was distracted and I said the words wrong and said I wondered if I got enough food in, that is pretty indicative of the kind of person I am. Because, yeah, I worry about whether I've got food or wine. Wine and food. I worry about whether I've got enough food in or not. I ended up having to leave work last year. Well, technically I only officially resigned this February just gone, but I had to leave my actual work job, proper the place I went to every day, last June last year. Ooh, I'm so ugly. And I had a bit of a meltdown, basically. It wasn't fun. It was a huge mess. My mental health had taken a battering and decided, hey, let's have a meltdown at work. Let's just completely break you as a person because you have done too much for too long. It was hard. It was mortally embarrassing. It was, weirdly, although I didn't care so much about the embarrassing until a lot later. But I found it really hard. I had a meltdown at work, I got sent home, I went to see my doctor, I got signed off, and let me tell you, it's been a hell of a roller coaster. Jesus, the ups and downs. It's just not fun. And so with not being working, the debts I had that were just about manageable with a decent paycheck are now completely unmanageable on a completely reduced income. So, sadly, I've had to seek help. It's a real shame though, because I don't want to have to seek help. I don't want to have to go down this path. But it's what we do. Well, it's what I do anyway. So I've had them come in, they've had to come through and go through all of my financial stuff, which is tough going as well. Because, hey, you're having to actually talk about all the stuff you've been avoiding for so long. And goodness knows, there's not a lot I avoid talking about. Except for money, it seems. But things are on the up, and that's amazing. I can't imagine the fact that there's going to be a future. A future where I'm not feeling completely wretched and miserable and sorry for myself. Let's see if I move that there. Ooh. So. I'm having a look through my little list of stories and wondering if there's any that I should tell you today. How about school stories? Are you in the mood for school stories today? Embarrassing things I did at school? God knows there's a load of them. Although it might seem just like I'm falling back by the fact that I've got nothing interesting to say for now, but that's not it. I have plenty of hugely embarrassing stories of things I do now, but I've noticed that the older I get, the more serious the embarrassment becomes, and stuff that was embarrassing when I was a kid, or stuff that I did then. Hey Megan! Stuff that I did then, not great. Alright, let's think of some embarrassing school stories, shall we? I've got a good one, well, I say a good one, I've got one that I like from when I was in primary school. So, dinky little Laura. And like all really good, embarrassing school stories, it's to do with sex ed. Admittedly, in primary school, it's not much of sex ed, is it? It's like, here, this is how a girl's uterus works. This is what a wet dream is. This is what a tampon is. You know, very basic stuff. But I've always quested further knowledge. I've always wanted to know more. So the fact that they segregated us into girls and boys for these sex ed lessons, and the girls didn't know what the boys learned, and the boys didn't know what the girls learned, I wasn't having it. And at lunchtime on the day that we had sex ed, I saw on the teacher's desk a little booklet sponsored by Tampax. This whole sex ed thing was sponsored by Tampax, weirdly. And the girls got given a little booklet of this is what a girl's body does. When you grow, you will blossom, and hair in places and all that stuff. But the boys got given a book too. And we didn't get a chance to see it. None of the boys in the class shared with us. But I saw this one on the teacher's desk, and I decided that it was my duty to educate the rest of my class into what actually happens to boys during puberty. And so I took the book. So basically, yeah, I stole it. I stole the book from my teacher's desk and took it onto the school playground. And there we were, looking at pictures of stuff that we shouldn't be looking at pictures of, basically. Oh, battery dead. One moment. So yeah, we were looking at stuff we shouldn't. That's where we learned about wet dreams and erections and various and boy changes, basically boy changes. And I got caught. Oddly enough, when you share a wealth of information with your entire class, people tend to find out. Who knew? So my teacher, she found out that I'd stolen the book from her desk and shared it with everyone, and that was me. Stood up in front of the class to get a proper rollicking. Now, I was a bit of a goody two-shoes at school. I didn't want to get in trouble, and just thinking about how mortified I was, I feel my cheeks going red, it was just the worst telling off I'd ever had ever. But the weird thing is, apparently, I got in trouble all the time. I just don't even remember this. I was talking to my friend Hayley a couple of years ago, and she told me that I was always getting in trouble at school. I don't remember this at all. I remember this one big moment with my teacher standing me in front of the class How dare I steal? How dare I look at private things? How dare I take stuff off the teacher's desk? I remember that because it was a big deal. But apparently I was constantly just being told off for things that I've done. Don't know what. Little bits and pieces here and there maybe, but God, no, I don't know what. Was I a bad kid? Am I a bad kid? Was I a bad kid and I don't remember it? I just don't know. I dread to think. It's not that you can go back and find out. It's not that you can go back and ask. Although, I do live in a very tiny town. Some of my old teachers are still around. No, I'm not going to go back and ask my teachers and say, hey, do you remember me from 20 odd years ago? Because I'm really old. But hey, that's the time I remember getting in the most absolute trouble at primary school. But really, if you think about it, I was trying to provide my school friends with knowledge. And really, should I have been punished for knowledge? Should I have been punished for trying to help my friends learn more? I mean, yes, obviously I stole, but you know, that's not the point, really, is it? Oh man. I was going to tell you all about my first boyfriend, but I think I'll leave that today because things are a little delicate in this house regarding relationships. I could tell you about... I don't know. I could tell you whatever you want. Not whatever you want, obviously, within reason, but if you have any questions, I could totally sit there and answer them. I've already told you how much debt I'm in at the moment. That's embarrassing. Yeah, more embarrassing stories. They always tend to be the best ones, don't they? The funny thing is, though, I don't get very embarrassed, usually. Or things that I do get embarrassed about, I tend to spin it around to make it funny. Or I try and make it funny instead. Like, I remember being really embarrassed once because I used to have my lip pierced. If I tried really hard, I could probably still get a bit of jewellery in it, but I used to have my lip pierced. But I've also got a smiley. Got a smiley right there. And when I used to wear a stud in my lip, it would catch in the hoop there, because it's a little flat back. And I'd do it completely absent-mindedly. I'd just sit there and just play and just catch it and uncatch it and catch it and uncatch it. And then someone would make me laugh and it would be stuck and I couldn't open my mouth. So I'd be sat there like, because I'd be trying to laugh and I'd be trying to like not rip my skin apart. I miss my piercings, actually. Quite a lot of them anyway. Because I used to have them all over. And I never started getting pierced until I actually had Callum. And he's 13 now, so that's how long ago that was. I used to have my septum pierced, my bridge, eyebrows, load of my ears. I never did belly button, though. I mean, have you seen how much of a lard ass I am? I mean, this lard is excess, surely, but even back when I used to get piercings, I still had a belly. I wasn't gonna actually get anything pierced. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Go for it. So yeah, I never quite got my belly button done. It was always just too much for me. I'm just like, nah, I'm not. I was never going to show it off. I was never going to be the kind of person to wear crop tops. So why would I bother getting my belly button pierced? I've got other parts pierced and I've got tattoos all over, but it's something that I can't justify as much anymore. Really? Because it costs so much money that I don't have, referring back to the fact that I'm in a ton of debt as per the story earlier. You know, it's just not something that I have spare. Even though it's weird because like things like tattoos and piercings last such a long time, that I could completely just know that the money that I'd spend on it would last a long time, but it's not for the benefit of the family. Because it's not just me, it's me and the kids, isn't it? So it's like, yes, a new tattoo might last forever, but it's not gonna pay the bills or put food at the table, which is a shame. We'll just block you. Oh, I'd be really offended if you weren't such a tit. If you're wanting to troll me, calling me fat when I'm calling myself fat isn't gonna do it. There's so many more worse things about me as a person that you could take the piss out of rather than the fact that I'm fat. I mean, hey, I live in this body. I see it every day. I know that there's a lot of excess here. And I'm pretty comfortable with that. So yeah, take the piss out of the fact that I'm completely fickle. Or the fact that I've got a lisp and I can't pronounce most words properly, like maths. I can't say maths properly. It hurts me to try and say it now. I say mathematics. I don't like saying maths because it just doesn't work in my mouth, and I can't, no matter what I try, I can't get it to work. I wish I could. You just learn to compensate, you know. Take the piss out of that. That hurts me. That hurts my soul. You could really rip into me and just make me completely emotionally devastated by taking the piss out of the fact that I can't talk properly. Are there any words that you can't say? I don't know. Like, I have a family member who can't say chimney or aluminium. I really struggle to say Worcestershire. Aw, Megan, you're my favourite. You can stay forever. And I am fat, but I'm okay with that, you know. The fact that I can't shop in Primark and have to go to fatgirlshop.com it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. I have to go to like Evans and stuff to buy clothes. Which is why I don't buy clothes. It's just better to wear the same things that I've been wearing for 10 years. The wine is tasty. Oh god, that's me on the screen. I'm really like hunched over. Like a hunchback. Ugh. A hunchback's real. I don't know. I'm guessing so. Like actual like Igor and Frankenstein sort of hunchbacks. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff that I didn't know was real that is. Like narwhals. Right? I did not know narwhals were real. Them big old whales that have like a unicorn horn on their head. They're a real thing. I didn't know this. I'd seen I think it's Weeble Stuff song on it. Narwhals, narwhals swimming in the ocean. And I just assumed they were fake. In fact, one of the lines in it is, they're the Jedis. They're an underwater unicorn, right? So I'm like, this is some mystical beast that's been invented like dragons and unicorns that doesn't actually exist, but it does. Apparently, I had no clue. I felt so stupid when I found out because it was only recently, like not recently as in this week, but recently in my timeline of my life, of in the last couple of years or so, that I'm like, oh look, narwhals are an actual thing. They're actual things that swim around and have horns. What would they do? What do they do with their horns? Are they fighting things? Do they fight each other like deers fight with their antlers and get at each other? Or do they use it to spear their food? Or what would you do if you had a unicorn or narwhal horn? What would you do? I don't know. I would probably decorate it. But then again, if I had any random extra body parts, I would decorate them. Like I've always said, if I had webbed feet, I would probably try and pierce it because I saw that once upon a time. I saw a photo of a guy that had a bit of extra skin between his big toe and his second toe, and he'd put a bit of jewellery through it. Yeah, that's probably what I'd do with it, in all honesty. I'd try and find a way to do something weird to my weird extra body part. If I had a tail, yeah, I'd probably tattoo it. I say this like I'm just so, oh yeah, I just casually tattoo anything. I don't. It's been many, many years since I've done anything like that. But yeah, if I had a unicorn horn or a narwhal horn, assuming of course it's not magic, then yeah, I'd probably decorate it, put tinsel on it and shit. Oh, that's a much better idea though, Megan. Going on a killing rampage. I mean, does it count as a weapon? Would you get away with it? I don't know. And would it be sharpened? Would you have to sharpen it? Would you have to spend the night sitting there sharpening your horn with sandpaper or something to kind of make it stabby enough to actually penetrate the skin? These are the important questions you've got to think if you're going on some sort of killing rampage. And what if blood stains it? I mean, is it made out of bone? Does blood stain bones? Actually, I don't know. Would blood stain bones? We have bones inside of us. And you see bones that are white, so... accidental death. Accidental. Oh no, I tripped, fell and skewered you. And you. It's like, that bit from Chicago, isn't it? He fell into my knife. He fell into my knife 10 times. I actually need to see Chicago. I've got it, I have a DVD of it somewhere, like, because some people still buy DVDs, right? But I haven't actually watched it. I just know that one song, that Cell Block Tango, because Callum's Razzmatazz group did it for one of their end-of-year performances once, and it's really catchy, and I like the idea of all these accidental deaths, like running into someone's knife by mistake 10 times. I think if I was going to kill someone, I don't think I could do stabbing. Even with a massive narwhal / unicorn horn, it's just a bit close comfort. But when I'm playing like video games like Left 4 Dead and stuff, I always go for the melee. Melee? I always go for the up close weapons. Anyway, there's something so much more satisfying about bashing in a zombie's brains with a chainsaw or an axe than shooting with a gun. I'm not very good at Left 4 Dead. I used to play it online with my friend Anna and her partner at the time, and he never seemed quite pleased when I was playing because I'd just run in screaming and shouting, and I'm going to kill you with my axe, and getting dead a lot. I was not a very good team member. A bit Leroy Jenkins-y, if anyone even knows what Leroy Jenkins is anymore. Man, that's old internet. You know what, I miss old internet a little bit. There's like stuff that used to be online when my kids were babies, and they're 13 and 10 now, that in internet years is like forever ago. Like the egg song. Eggs, get your eggs here. I used to watch that over and over again completely unironically. Like, I'll link the egg song on my Facebook page for 13, because it's just the naffest, most brilliant thing ever. If I was all super duper clever and had like a TriCaster or something, I'd probably find a way to show it up on the screen. But considering my setup is my laptop here, my camera, it's a phone, my camera there, with a mirror behind it so I can see what is actually on the display, I don't think I'm clever enough to find another way to make it work, really. I still need some sort of desk here to put my laptop on so I can actually look at it without backing and forthing all the time. I wish I had that. It would be so helpful. Oh, I uploaded an actual proper video today as well. On my actual proper channel, a proper vloggy video, which I know I've not done properly for a little while because this one has been a bit of a mental roadblock, really. It was the 16th of September, the day me and the boys went through to Carlisle because it was Cumbria Pride, and it was such a great day because everything was gay as fuck. There was rainbows everywhere, and face paint, and tiaras, and crowns, and music, and comedy, and it was just a really good day. And then I found out that my auntie passed away. And pretty deflated after that. I couldn't quite accept all of the happy, cheery, lovely, smiley stuff that was going on around me. And yeah, even though I got all this footage, and even though we carried on filming stuff after getting this news, I haven't gone back to it until yesterday or the day before, because I didn't want to be reminded. It sucks. You're just copying copying and pasting that, aren't you? Do you actually know Leroy Jenkins, or are you just like copying and pasting this from a wiki somewhere? Leroy Jenkins. Due to a video of an incident in the game which circulated on the internet. Yeah. Basically, they were all planning this mission, going through this cave, and they were all planning who's going to do what, who's going to do when, and he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to go in, and screams his name as he runs in, and they all die, basically. I've never actually played World of Warcraft. I know that because everyone knew about that back in the day. But I've never actually dared play World of Warcraft. Not because it's nerdy or anything, I'm really not fussed about stuff being nerdy. Genuinely not. But I would get so sucked into it. Hello! Oh my god, I'm sorry, that must have been really squeaky. I'm so sorry. Hello, how you doing, my New Zealand darling? What have you missed? Nonsense. It's just been nonsense. I've been talking about old internet law. Oh, Megan, you did know, did you? Okay. I'll believe you. I believe you, I'm not so sure. Anyway, so we've been talking about my most embarrassing telling off at school, and we've been talking about tattoos and piercings, and I've been slowly drinking through this bottle of wine. It is like 11:15 at night on a Friday. I think that's permissible. Yeah? I hope so, I hope so. And I'm thinking of other stories to tell, like trouble at school. I've done the trouble at school. I could tell you a story about Sam. Of course that squee was for you. I'm so happy to see you. Even though you're not here. This is as close as it's going to get until I can save up the thousands it's going to cost to fly over to New Zealand to see you. Which is totally going to happen. Seeing as I'm going to be all debt-free in some point. Which was something we talked about as well. Becoming all debt-free. Scary. Oh, your brother plays WoW, does he? Oh, do you ever see him? See, I would just get sucked in. I would do nothing else. I know whenever I play any sort of in-depth game, it just takes me in completely. And I ignore everything. And given that my mental health is so wobbly at the minute, and I ignore everything anyway with no actual reason, if I was sucked into a game, I'd just be out of it completely. No chance of ever doing anything properly again. Let's talk about injuries. Should we talk about injuries? You know, one of the silliest injuries I've ever given myself. I know I talked the other day about jumping between the bales of hay and landing on a plank of wood and having some nail going right through my foot. That was painful, horrible and evil. But there's another injury I gave myself that was really stupid, completely avoidable, and really, if I hadn't been such a fat pig, wouldn't have happened at all. I know what you mean about the Facebook games. They just pull you in. And they're designed like that. There's a really interesting YouTube channel called Extra Credits. And it's all about the theory behind video games and game development and stuff like that. And they have some really interesting videos on the psychology of games and how games like that pull you in. I think Game Theory did a video on it as well. I watch a lot of really nerdy channels like that. I really do. Oh no, you're a babe. You're a total babe. Anyway, my worst injury, me being a fat pig. Pig's actually quite ironic because I really wanted to have some pork crackling, right? Pork crackling, then you get on top of roast pork. Except I'm not a huge fan of roast pork itself. But I wanted the crackling. And then I discovered at the supermarket you can get just pig skin. Just skin that you can put in the oven and boom, makes into crackling. And that's like, oh my god, amazing. Because fresh crackling is so much better than pork scratchings or any of that naffness. So I went and I bought a load of pig skin and it's like 30p. It's like now for it. Bunged it in the oven with a deep tray underneath it on a rack so all the fat would drain off. Great, perfect. Left it for hours and hours and hours and hours. It felt like hours anyway. I really wanted the crackling. But I went back to it and it was a high up oven rather than a down low one, and I opened up my high up oven and I went to pull out the tray with the crackling on top, and I completely underestimated how much of the fat had liquefied from the crackling into the pan underneath, and the whole tray just went slosh, and scalding hot fat went all down me, mostly focusing there because my belly sticks out the most. So really that saved my legs from a lot of extra pain. But anyway, so yeah, I got all down my belly, not quite much on my chest, but all down. Oh, it was painful. It was so painful. And I was wearing clothes, so it stuck on the clothes, and I just whooshed off and ran upstairs, turned the shower on cold, and ran myself into the cold water. And I wasn't clever enough to go to the doctors. There was no good reason to either. I live in England. It doesn't cost anything to go to the doctors. But no, I decided, yeah, we'll just see this out. So I stayed in the cold shower for a very long time. And I ended up going to bed with an ice pack, cuddling it against my belly. And luckily, it hasn't scarred. I mean, this was maybe like 7 years ago. Luckily, it hasn't scarred. But for a good couple of months, I had this big red blotch all over. No, I'm not Superwoman, I'm just stupid. It's like, well, I don't really need to go to the doctors. What are they going to do? Tell me to keep it cold? I mean, yeah, obviously they probably would have put ointment on it or made sure it didn't blister. But it was the middle of the night and I don't drive, so my partner at the time would have had to have driven me and the boys were in bed, so I'd have had to get them. Really, it was easier to self-treat and hope for the best rather than get the kids out of bed. Because there's nothing worse than getting the kids out of the bed for a medical emergency. Even though usually they're the ones that are causing the medical emergencies. Ooh, like Sam. I have an idea. Hey Sam?
Yeah?
Can I tell the story about the time you had to go to hospital?
Yeah.
Cool. Consent is important. Once upon a time, dear Sam, tiny babe that he was. He must have been about 3 or 4, only little. In fact, this was before me and his dad separated, so it must have only been about 3. He was playing up in his bedroom and he came downstairs and said, I ate one. I ate one what? And he was playing with this magnetics kit. Little magnets. Lots of little magnets. He swallowed a magnet and my brain took a second to process. And then I realised, if he swallowed a magnet, did he swallow just one? Did he swallow 2? If he swallowed 2, that is so much more dangerous, because if a child swallows a magnet, if an adult swallows a magnet, let's be real, there are adults out there that would do this. And they mismatched when going through the intestinal system. They could, in theory, be not connected, they could pull to each other through magnetic force, and that pull could be strong enough to rip through internal organs, even on little kiddie magnets. So that was a rush him to the hospital job and get him x-rayed in the middle of the night to see if it was 1 magnet or 2. If it was 2, they probably need to operate to get it out of him. Luckily, it was just 1. They did say that I had to monitor his poop to make sure it came out, but I didn't. I assume it came out. Maybe he still has a magnet inside him. Maybe I should like throw stuff at him and see if it sticks. Then I know whether it's still there or not. That's it. I don't know if he pooped it out. I assume he did. It's like, I don't know, 7 years ago. Even chewing gum doesn't last 7 years, right? Oh dear. It was actually, you know what, he was in good spirits obviously, because he wasn't in pain at this point, although if he had been in pain that probably would have been an indicator it was more of a problem. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, those round batteries, I know just what you mean. I saw on Facebook, so obviously it's completely legit and the validity of it is perfect. But I saw on Facebook a picture someone had posted of a piece of ham, like processed ham, with a little round watch battery on it, just to see how it like singed through because of the electricity. That was horrifying. I had no idea that it would be quite so dangerous. I had no idea that the thought of swallowing a battery, I didn't know swallowing a battery would be dangerous. It's always something I've avoided just because I thought, let's not do that. But I didn't realise just how bad it would be of connecting the circuit and the electricity going through and burning it. Oh, no. I don't like it. Let's not do that. God. Kids don't have full some random stuff though, don't they? What's the randomest things that any of your kids have swallowed, or you swallowed as a kid? I don't think, I do remember eating dog biscuits. But to be fair, they were like super meaty, and I was 4. You're not going to miss anything, I promise, because A, I'm not that interesting, and B, it's all going to be archived anyway. So my plan is anything that is actually of interest, I'm going to condense into, like, you know, 10-minute video that's actually watchable rather than me waffling on for an hour talking nonsense. So don't you worry. But a pink flamingo, sure. I could definitely fit a pink flamingo in with this decor. It would go in completely well. I don't think I've ever actually seen a pink flamingo in real life, but I'll keep my eye out. You go and get them kids and stop them from destroying themselves or each other or the cat, if you still got the cat. I'm a couple of days out of date. Ooh, pink parrot. Oh, there's another little YouTuber called Micah, the artistic autistic, and he went to an aviary and got to see parrots and stuff the other day. It was so sweet. I really enjoyed it. Oh wait, I've lost track. What we're talking about? You can do that. What is this magic? What? Oh yes. Wait, dog chocolate. Megan, you're not alone. You're not alone. I think we've all secretly eaten dog biscuit and stuff. No, you don't own a cat. The cat owns you at this point. Yeah? Yeah. Yes, you can. What YouTube does is when you do a live stream, it saves it and it processes it automatically. You can have it set up so that it will be unlisted and not seen by anyone when you're done. Or you can have it, you know, on your YouTube channel as a complete unedited thing. But when you go into your video playlist and your video... Playlist isn't the word, is it? When you go into your video library, you can download any of your videos, and by the time your live video is processed, you can download it. I did that with my last video, but I haven't looked at it yet. So the plan is, yeah, I'll download it and edit out the waffle and the bits where I tell the really, really embarrassing stories, like eating dog biscuits. But I'm not alone, because Megan has eaten dog chocolate. Actually, my friend owns a pet shop, and she gave me dog chocolate the other day. And I ate it. Because apparently it's fit for human consumption and is basically just white chocolate. Oh, I bet, yeah. We should do a poll and see just how many people actually eat dog biscuits or ate dog biscuits as kids. I think it's just, they're such a savoury smell, aren't they? I remember hiding in the cupboard to sneak and eat them. They're the proper ones that are like shaped like little bones and everything. It's just, it's nice. Yeah, I mean, when my friend that owns a pet shop tried to get me to eat this dog chocolate, I'm like, well, I think you're having me on. Because I can be a little bit too trusting with these things. But no, apparently it was legit. Apparently her daughter eats them regularly. I realise now that might not be a glowing endorsement, actually. I agree with you there, actually. Chocolate of any sort. It is pretty amazing. Oh, Hope, hi, how you doing? Right, Megan and Hope, you really need to check out Fuchsia Fable's channel. She's just so funny. She's one of my YouTube heroes at the moment. My house is a mess because of you now, Laura. If it makes you feel any better, my house is a mess because of me too. So really, just give me all the blame. I'm totally okay with that. Mess is okay as long as none of the kids are maimed or injured or anything. I can't have that on my conscience. But yeah, mess, I'll take it. And come on, Hope, you must have eaten dog biscuits at some point. Stop being interesting. Think, okay, I'll sit here, I'll pick my nose for a bit. Does that help? I'll like, pick my nose. Scratch my ass. Twiddle my thumbs. Do a little dance. Oh, there's a cat at the door. Hello? Hello, Katara. You coming in? Hello? Hi. Oh, hello. This is my kitty. Hello. Hello, Katara. What can you see? What can you see? This is Katara. She's the nice one. I say nice. You knock over my wine, you won't be nice anymore. Oh. I have the two cats. I've got Katara and Daisy. Daisy doesn't like anyone or anything. Katara will sit and have a fuss though. You guys okay in there?
Yeah.
Do you want to come say hi?
Yeah.
I will totally have a go at changing the kids' nappy. I can't imagine I would do very well with my arms. They're not particularly long. Also, I'm well out of practice at nappy changing. I've not done that for like 7 years. It's going to be one of them skills though, isn't it? You'll never forget. It's like knitting. Once you get back into it, you're like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. But I guarantee I'd get peed on. Because I always get peed on when I change nappies. I'm not saying that. I've only ever changed baby boy nappies. Do you get peed on as much if you've got a baby girl? I don't know. You know what? I might actually put that on my CV. All my amazing talents and skills and abilities, and include the fact that I can mess up someone else's house on the other side of the world without even trying. Hey kid! You alright, Cal? Come say hi? Nah. Cal's fighting with the cat. I think the cat's winning. Your niece pooped on you. Oh no! Oh no! And immediately pooped on your mum and dad. Oh my god. See, babies are gross. Don't have babies. You alright, big kid? Are you having a nice time? Good evening? Yeah? Good on? Yeah, it's pretty late here and I should probably put the kids to bed, but I don't want to. It's Friday. It's fine, right? Although saying that, you know, one of them has to get up early in the morning because he's got paper round now, which is...
Yeah, but I can go back to sleep, can't I?
Yeah, you can. You can. Let's see, your niece pooped on... You know what? You know what? Being pooped and peed on is just normal with babies. Fry-yay! I've never heard of it like that before. I've always heard of like TGIF or whatever, or... Fry-yay! Fry-yay! I mean, that's amazing. But saying that, normally I like Fridays because it means I get a line in the morning. I'm not going to get a line in the morning because I'm going to have to get the kid up out of bed.
Not me. I have my alarms.
Okay, I don't have to get him up, but I'm a mum, so I wake up at the same time to make sure he's awake. Let's see. Ooh. I think you brought the tone down, Angela.
Oh no, what?
Would you like to maybe monitor the chat for me? You could be my, Stephanie. Well, the camera's there. The chat's here. Oh, I'm sorry, Megan. You can't. You can't. No. No.
It's
No! No, that's banned. Banned. Totally banned.
Be right back, I'm just gonna get my phone real quick and just kind of like...
No, you'll get me copyright struck.
Mum, you drunk, go home.
I bloody wish I was. I am home! I am home! You can't tell me to go home, I'm already home! Megan says, hi Callum, and hope it is not an awesome song. It is not. It's an evil song. Oh, I wish you could sleep in too. Tell you what, seeing as I'm messing your house up and changing nappies, I'll just watch all the kids for you as well. And then you can just go and sleep. How about that? Although, saying that, I kind of used to do something similar online. Back when a few years ago when the boy...
Obviously she was better then.
That's up for debate. What I used to do is, I used to leave the house sometimes, leave the children in the house. They were reasonably sensible at the time, but they would be playing online through Skype with their friends in Kirby Thorpe, which is a village nearby. And what I'd do is I would ask the mum of the kids that they were playing online with to just keep an eye on them.
That face.
What face? Sam's face?
Sam's face before.
A sing-song. Oh, not drunk enough for a sing-song. You want to have a sing-song? I don't.
You will have to.
I think Callum's worried about my alcohol consumption. He's just jealous because he can't have wine yet. Oh dear.
It's fine.
Although, saying that, I have a free night tomorrow, and I could go out and be all exciting and have a drink or two, but I'm probably just going to go to bed early and just catch up on all the sleep I don't get.
Oh, that sounds good.
Doesn't it just? Oh, I know, right? I think it's a great plan too.
Fine.
But that's it. I've realised in my insomnia, I sleep so much better when the children aren't around, and that's not because they're noisy or anything, it's just that parenting thing of I'm always aware of them, and I'm always worried for them. I'm so scared that they're going to end up dead.
Yes.
Try not to get dead.
Fine.
Thanks, Cal. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I love my kids too. Is Angela? With had the pink hair? Yeah, see, they know. They know. They're not daft. We know.
The greater good.
The greater good. We watched Hot Fuzz last night. Death is inevitable. Not if I have anything to do with it. You just watch me. I've done really well. I've managed to survive 31 years and not be dead, so.
It's only because I let her live.
Wow. Wow. Maybe I should tell some story about Callum. No, I'm not going to because I don't want to tell anything interesting when Angela's off and away. But I promise, anything interesting will all be put down and then you'll get to be a part of. I promise. Oh, you have a fab weekend too on the fact that it's Saturday in your end of the world already, which is weird. I can't get my head around that. Have a great weekend and I can't wait to see all your stories. Oh, you're away this weekend, aren't you? Oh, have fun. Good luck. Oh.
I almost died!
On the game. I don't know if you heard that. Sam just screamed through the house, I almost died. I assume that's through a game.
No.
No.
In real life.
In real life. Oh, that's tragic. Now, Callum's taken my laptop off me. He's now in charge of the chat, and I can't see what's happening, and I feel a little bit naked now. What do I do with my hands?
Do you want me to read all of the chat out?
Only if a new one comes out. I can juggle for y'all.
Megan says, well done, Sam.
For being dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I died!
Right,
Many years ago.
Alright.
You can't make me
There
feel.
you go, you can read it now.
Why do I get it back?
So you can read it.
I saw that. I think, yeah, I think husband definitely counts as an extra kid.
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Yes, babe.
The fact is awesome.
Son of a whore and a
I
Scotsman.
thought you said no single.
But it's Hamilton. You can't not sing along to Hamilton. I hope you have a fantastic time in the caravan with you in the extra chat.
I'm concerned.
You're concerned. Okay. Be concerned. See, Hamilton is the best, isn't it?
Hamilton!
What?
Stand me up so I can see the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, I watched Moana today, again, with Sam, because the music from Moana is written by the guy that wrote Hamilton, and you can tell a lot of, like, musical similarities. Oh!
I'll be down here so I can get them back up for you.
Thanks, dude.
There you go.
Way, mad skills, go! No. No skills.
I want to juggle.
You don't like Moana?
What?
I'm sorry, we can't be friends.
Who doesn't?
How can you not like Moana? It's fantastic. It's got such a good heart, and the music is amazing.
Moana's the best. Like,
Hell yeah. You know what else is good? Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is one of my favourite Disney
Wreck-It Ralph
movies.
is the freaking best.
They're making a second one. I can't wait to
Are
see
they
what that one's
actually?
like. Yeah, they're making a second one.
Hey, did you know that they made a second Kingsman?
Yes, I do. I read see to the pictures.
I know, and I didn't, you little spoon.
You're not old enough.
You pork slicing.
Excuse me?
I'm just thinking of really, really random nicknames and stupid things to call people without actually insulting them.
What about Spoon? I like Spoon.
Well, yeah, spoon.
Spoon is the best insult.
Oh, yeah, then...
Sam?
I can see you're angry.
Are you rage quitting over there?
Probably.
Break, slap
Then
it.
Dylan said, on the computer,
Callum is a spoon.
Callum is a spoon, okay?
But yeah, Wreck-It Ralph's amazing, isn't it? It's one of my favourites. I could watch it
Yes.
over and over again. In fact, actually, I might watch it again tonight when I go to bed, just because I can.
Watch it with you.
It's like 11:10.
So?
You've got to get up for work in the morning.
So?
You can watch it tomorrow.
Just not wake up, like...
Or you could just pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, suggesting it, Mum. Okay, what I was gonna say is,
Go on then.
Dylan said... We were coming up with stupid insults for each other.
I heard you say laminator.
Yeah, no. It was like, instead of saying you got roasted, it's
Yeah.
you got laminated. Which is really stupid.
Should we see if we can make that a thing? Shall we, like, you know... You got laminated! Oh!
That is the stupidest thing.
Nah, I think spoons is the stupidest, but
You
best
little
thing.
spoon, you...
Ah! Ah, right in the boob, you git!
You didn't catch it.
Well, you didn't throw it in my ass! Right, I'm going to tell you a story about Callum now.
No, you won't.
What would be really embarrassing?
Well, let me just go get your nail polish and put it all over your bed, why shall I? I wouldn't actually do that.
I was going to say!
Just the wine, then.
I'm not emotionally attached to the wine. Not that
What
dependent.
about the tripod, throwing it out the window?
I think I would be a little disappointed if you broke my tripod.
I'm not mad, I'm just
Oh.
disappointed.
Pixels?
Who's...
Really?
What?
Megan likes pixels.
Callum is a spoon.
I
Callum is a spoon. Pixels is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. I mean,
can understand how some people would find it enjoyable.
it's subpar.
It's not my cup of tea.
Neither.
I'm not a huge fan of Adam Sandler.
So's Megan.
I take it that's Megan, your friend Megan.
Yeah, Megan Everett.
Yeah, I thought so. Because that would be really weird, because I've been talking to her as if it is your friend Megan. And
Oh,
I'm
and
like,
if it wasn't, that'd be really funny.
yeah, like, yeah, I totally know who you are, and then like, actually, no, it's a completely different Megan, because it is the internet. It could be anyone in the world. Who knows?
Megan from New Zealand or something.
Well, that's not entirely unusual, because Angela was just on here, and she's from New Zealand.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said it. Trying to be topical here, come on.
Oh, topical, get you.
Relevant. Proper relevant, like.
Talking about relevant. What's happening in current affairs? No, not even. Not even a little bit.
Who were you trying to reference there? What were you trying to, like...
It doesn't matter.
Fine.
Let's see. Other embarrassing childhood stories. Ooh, I've got
Oh
one.
my god, do you remember the time that I painted the entire living room, was it yellow? No, it was red. Kirby Thor.
Yeah.
You can tell that story, that one's a funny one, I can laugh at that one now.
Okay, I give up my rage quit.
You rage quit. Have you come to join us?
Yeah.
Do you want to say
Get
hi
out.
to the 3 people watching? One of them's me.
Hi
So-
to the 2 people watching.
It's Megan and Hope. Hi Megan and Hope. You're like my only audience. You're my favourites.
I can juggle.
Yeah.
I want to show camera.
You can't juggle, don't trip over the wine. That's not juggling, that's called knocking over mum's wine.
I can juggle, see?
I'm gonna hit you, Sam, again.
Don't hit my little baby.
I'm not a baby too, I'll just hit them in the heart.
This is amazing. Hope and Megan say hi and call you wonderful.
Yeah, you can stop that, Sam.
Excuse me, this is a family-friendly stream, you bugger. What stories do we have about Sam? Oh, do you know what,
Remember the time I
Sam?
swallowed a magnet?
I've literally just talked about that. I've literally just told them the story of having to take it to A&E because he swallowed a magnet. And everyone's like, did he poop it out? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably not. He probably still got a magnet in him.
Wait, let me just
You
check.
should just put a magnet to his chest and rip it out.
See, that's the kind of joke I made too. See, we're all on the same wavelength.
Hey!
How about... Oh, I just had a story in my head and now you've just knocked it out.
It's Sam's fault, not mine.
I know, right?
Yeah, Callum, why'd you do it?
You're the one who
Your
walked
fault.
in your spoon. Get off. No.
Okay. How about Sam's most expensive nap ever?
Oh my god. Sam, why did you have to sleep through?
We're all huge nerds. every one of us, and that's definitely a nurture versus nature moment there, because I encourage nerddom through and through.
Could you stop, Sam?
No.
That's lame. Anyway, so part of my nerddom is the fact that I'm a huge fan of this video game series called Final Fantasy. So much so I actually have a tattoo related to Final Fantasy on my body.
Legal.
Yeah, I'm not. No, get off! Get off! So anyway, the music from this video game I love. I listen to video game music all the time. It's so good for studying or concentrating. So when I found out there was going to be a concert of music from this video game, I lost it. And I had to get tickets even though I couldn't really afford it. Especially as it was like £50 each. That was like £150 I spent on theatre tickets for me and the boys. Because of course I had to take the kids with me. Sam must have been about...
I don't know what this is.
Oh, I don't know how old you were, but we've got the tickets up there. They'll maybe say what year it was. 2012?
2012.
So Sam was 5. You can't burn my baby.
No!
No, burn my baby! But anyway,
I'm going to read everything out that comes onto the chat.
Alright, you read some.
This is going to be fun.
So anyway, we went to Edinburgh to see this concert, and it was amazing. It was the first time we'd been to the theatre together. We rented a hotel room and stayed in Edinburgh for the night, and it was the first time we'd been away on our own, just the three of us, because it wasn't long after me and the boys' father separated. And we had an amazing time at this concert. It was beautiful. The music was amazing. It was so moving. And Sam fell asleep.
Sam did fall asleep. He fell asleep very asleep.
To be fair, he didn't sleep through the whole thing. He fell asleep about 10 minutes before the interval. So 10 minutes at the end of the first half.
Then we slapped him in the middle of it to wake him up.
We did not slap him.
It wasn't a we, it was a me.
I gently roused him awake, and the fact that it was the interval and there was ice cream, that perked him up pretty quick. But I can't believe I paid so much money for these tickets and he fell asleep. I mean, I can't.
You can't blame me, I was tired.
And you were 5.
Yeah, I was 5. So
Yeah.
I was tired.
Sam used to fall asleep everywhere. Like he would just fall asleep. He'd fall asleep at the childminders. He'd fall asleep at the out-of-school club. He would fall asleep at school. Didn't you?
Surprisingly.
Megan says gently.
Yeah. Gently! Shaken baby!
But then you get arrested for shaking me. Balls!
What? Okay. Let's see. Oh! Another story I like is...
Could you not, Sam? Could you...
Can you stop dabbing? I've decided dabs are forbidden on my live stream. You want to do your own live stream, you can do your dabs there.
I don't know how to live stream.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Wait, Mom, can I just sit on the bed? Okay, now you can take my hands.
I just want to trust you that's that. Oh, you're not on shot anymore.
Actually, his hands just are.
Are you dabbing with your leg?
Yes.
Oh, God.
You're dabbing with your leg?
Yeah.
You're bloody weirdo,
Well-
you. What?
A dab.
Okay.
Don't turn it, Sam. Sam.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I've got it perfectly configured. You know how long it took me to make this setup happen?
Oh, God, that
5
looks
seconds.
off. Why did you do that, Sam? Megan said we need to do a 24-hour live stream of Sam dabbing.
That's easy. Just get a 1-minute video of me dabbing and then times it by
A lot.
yeah.
Actually, that's quite funny because I am thinking of doing a 24-hour live stream, but not of Sam dabbing. My idea is... Fuck off!
Did I stand on?
I don't know, but if you broke it, you're in trouble.
I don't know.
You
Anyway.
broke a Sharpie, I think.
Anyway, I have a friend that lives in the town nearby who is wanting to open his own business. And he's wanting to open a board game sort of place. Like, you know, for stuff about like Magic the Gathering and...
No
Warhammer
crap like
and-
that, you know.
And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, and you know, they're sort of like tabletop games, that's what they're called, aren't they? Tabletop games.
Board games.
Well, no, because
Card
board games
games.
are one thing, but tabletop...
Card games.
Please stop interrupting.
So,
Yeah, tabletop games and stuff like the minifiggy stuff as well anyway. So I was wanting to open something like that, and as part of fundraising ideas I thought maybe we could do a fundraising live stream. A 24-hour tabletop game live stream. So I'm thinking of doing that at the end of November, getting people to come in shifts, play games, talk live. If they're old enough they can drink, and we can just have a gay old time of it. But yeah, I just need to sort it out, but that would be quite fun, I think, especially if I can figure out a good setup here.
Megan says that would be cool.
Do you want to be part of it? I don't know.
Drinking sounds fun.
No. No. But you're welcome to come and game. I mean, some of the stuff we've got is very inappropriate for children, so you can't play it, like Cards Against Humanity and the like. But we also have board games.
We still could though, like.
Bears vs Babies. It's such a fun game. We'll play that.
I saw that expansion pack.
Yeah, I've got an adult expansion pack that I haven't opened it yet. It's got a condom in it.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it actually has.
That's actually hilarious.
I don't know if it's in focus, Cal. You'll have to tell me if it's. Should I do the beauty blogger thing? Do the hand? Is it
Well,
in
it's
focus?
backwards.
It's back? Is it back? No, it's on the mirror, you numpty. It's because it's in the mirror.
I was trying to fool you.
You weren't. No, don't pretend you knew better. Anyway, so as part of Bears vs Babies, I got this Bears vs Babies expansion pack that has some NSFW cards in it and a condom, apparently. Ooh, should we have like a live unboxing?
Yeah!
Ooh, let's open the cards.
How do you know that it has a thing?
You can feel it.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Proper well-minging like.
Yeah.
No, there's a little rippy thing at the top. Like the little...
Oh, there's a little rippy thing at the top. Here we go.
See, I'm right.
Woo, woo.
Proper good rippy thing like.
Ah, a proper rippy thing. Right, here we go. We'll put the packaging away. So here we go. We have a set of cards. We'll have a look through some of them. But obviously this is...
What?
This is the condom that comes with it. It says, is that in focus, Cal?
I don't know. Wait 1 second, because it's a little bit behind.
Oh yeah. Can you read it? Can you read it? Can you read it?
Shut up. Could you just wait? Yeah, oh my god.
Use this or the babies win. Also on the other side it says, use birth control, which I find pretty funny. The game's called Bears vs Babies, and you have to make an army of monstery beary things to fight an army of
Sushi baby.
babies, like Sushi Baby. Sushi Baby.
Intergalactic poo baby.
Let's have a look. Intergalactic poor baby. Baby.
Wait, I need to find something that would fit this. The one that I found.
Why have I got a band on my arm?
I'm gonna put it on.
This is the best way to spend a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you alright?
There we go.
We've got some more of them, have
One.
we? Oh! You're gonna have to read that out to the camera, Sam, properly.
A snatch crammy, giving birth to a full-grown hobo.
Yeah, they can't see you or hear you.
You just read it for you.
Disco Laura's bedroom party. Disco Alley rave party. Disco. What?
I said punch.
Punch. I thought they said punt. I'm like.
I did. I don't know what it is. Is it just a random word?
Well, from my understanding, punt is punching someone in the girls' nether regions.
I'll let me sing.
Sam, you are very, very inappropriate.
To me, it was just a random word coming out of my
Woo!
mouth.
Sugar! Falling over.
Mom,
What?
I heard it falling
Yeah, falling over was bad. I should avoid it. Da, 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 da. What are you doing there, Sam? I was going to stop him, but to be honest, it's probably the most exercise he's had in a week, so... Oh, I'm knocking the lights off. There we go. No, come back, lights. There we go. Although you guys can't see the fairy lights, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not picking up my butt. Give all that! Sam! Oh my god, we're so hot and sweaty in here, we've made the blooming windows condensate up. Oh dear. So what was I going to do? I was going to take some more.
Say condimate.
Condiments, that's not a
I
thing.
don't know.
I'm trying to think of other embarrassing life moments. I have plenty of them, I just need to pick the right ones for you guys. Oh! Let's see. Embarrassing moments. What's the most embarrassing thing to happen to me recently? I don't think I have that many. Oh, right. When I was younger, teenagery, I was a bit self-conscious. I still am now, to a degree. I just pick my moments. But I used to go to this pub regularly, and there used to be karaoke. And my partner at the time used to do karaoke a lot, and I never did because honestly I was too young to drink, and I can't do karaoke without some Dutch courage. Anyway, my friends finally convinced me to do it, and there was 3 of us. We were all going to get up together and we were all going to sing Aerosmith, Don't Want to Miss a Thing. You know, don't want to close my eyes, don't want to fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Anyway, that is pretty much the level of my singing skill. I'm very sorry. Anyway, so we got up. I was a bag of nerves. It's a good song. I was a huge bag of nerves. I had the microphone in my hand. I was sweating. My palms were shaking. Mom's spaghetti. No. And, oh, Megan, don't go. Don't leave me. No. Megan, please don't leave me. Megan! Aww. But anyway, the music started, and me and my 2 friends that were the microphone started singing, and the bastard landlord that owned the pub and ran the karaoke turned their microphones off. So it was just me singing all alone to a crowded pub of pissheads. I wanted to die. I got through the whole song somehow and then ran to the bathrooms and cried because it was awful. Made me feel shit. Oh, you know what? This not safe for work card pack's pretty funny. Anyway, Megan, thanks for joining us. I'm sorry that you've got to go. And to be honest, we've been streaming for a little while now. How long has it been? I can't find out how long I've been streaming for. A long time, anyway. I think... Do you have any stories you want to tell? Because I think we'll probably wrap up this live stream shortly.
I don't. I just joined.
What do you mean you just joined?
I'm joining.
Oh, really? You joining in to watch?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Well, is there anything you want to say or do you want to talk about or show anyone?
I'm just going to go check it. Yeah, it's loaded. So I'm watching now.
Well, now the only person actually watching is me, you and Hope. So really, out of everyone in the world watching this live stream, Hope's the only one actually watching it. Actually, Hope, where's your mum? Get your mum to watch it. Hi, Emma's mum. Hi, Hope's mum. What are you doing? You alright, Cal?
Yaha.
Yaha. Megan had to go. It's so very sad.
Sad.
But that's okay, it's very late.
It
This is about the
Let's
best
see.
level of juggling I can get.
Oh, your mum's in bed? Shouldn't you be in bed then? Really? Oh, poop that your mum's missed. I'll have to make sure that the next live stream we do it a little early in the day because I think it'd be really fun. I think your mum would enjoy it.
Well, let's do a live watching GT Live.
That'd be funny.
While GT Live is watching us do live, while we're watching them do live.
Liveception?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you know, I could just make a live stream watching your live stream. Cal would make a live stream watching my live stream about your live stream. Live streamception.
Music intensifies. Live streamception. I'm triggered.
Go downstairs, I'm triggered. Go to the kitchen, I'm triggered.
You don't sleep. You know what? Honestly, I don't sleep much either.
I don't sleep, I'm triggered.
I just have really bad insomnia. I just don't sleep.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Do it!
So anyway, randomly, what else?
I think
What are you doing? Oh, Sam's messing on the laptop. Sam, why don't you be in charge of the stream? You can be my Stephanie. Tell us how to engage with the chat.
Nope.
No, okay.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm teasing. So it's the weekend and it's the half-term holidays. I think that's amazing. I've got a whole week off, except we don't have any sleep time because Callum still has a job to go to at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm quite looking forward to having a week off of the school run. Not that I do the school run either. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. What, babe?
Hope just sent a text, like a chat thing saying, "Hi Stephanie." I just said sorry. I sent something saying half term, but it's saying HARFTURM.
What do they teach you in that school of yours?
Nothing.
Anyway, in case you don't get the reference, we regularly watch a YouTube series called GT Live, Game Theory, which is done by Matt, Pat and Stephanie. And Matt, Pat tends to be the one that will play video games and chat with people on the camera, and Stephanie tends to be in charge of monitoring the chat and making sure messages get through and stuff like that. So that's what I mean when I say that Sam can be my Stephanie. You're just as pretty as Steph too. No. Oh, I'm so glad you're not on camera because that would break it. No, I'm trying to break my camera. Hey, something red just flashed on my phone. What is it? What's on there? Has anything happened?
Nothing.
Oh.
Hey, 5 likes already.
Woo, 5 likes. Oh my god. Oh, it's gone red again. Where did it go red? See, now this is the trouble. Because I'm sat here and that is there, I can't actually see because I'm not good enough yet to have any real equipment, so I've got a sort of MacGyver setup with my phone on a tripod with a mirror behind it.
Mum, you've liked your own video.
Of course I liked my own video. Do you not? If you upload videos, do you not like them?
I don't.
Wow. That's tragic.
I just don't like it.
You evil son of a...
I just disliked it.
Please don't dislike my video.
I'm trying to undo it. No.
I do have some real, like, proper equipment for making videos that makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. I have some proper lights, like proper studio lights that lift up and down and have them cover things on them to diffuse the light a little bit. But I've lent them to my friend Rob. And my microphone as well. I think this would sound much nicer if I had a proper microphone. In fact, I assume you can hear me because you're responding.
Okay, I'm just liked back on it.
Oh, thanks,
and then there was another dislike. And then I'm like, what? And then it went back to like, I'm gonna dislike it again.
Will you leave the bloody stuff alone? What an evil child this boy is. Anyway. Bloody evil demon child.
Speaking of that, Hope just sent a chat saying Evil Sam.
You're right. He is an evil Sam. I don't think Sam's going to be a very good Stephanie, do you? He's just going to cause nuisance on the stream. So let's see. What else has happened this week? Not an awful lot. Not an awful lot, that's a shame. Really, it's been a pretty quiet week. Oh, except I did go out for dinner with my dad and stepmom, which was nice. We had lunch out at Moreland. And yeah, it was tasty. I mean, I'm a big fan of food. I have huge emotional problems around food. But, oh, I do like getting treated to dinner out. That's my problem. I eat all the time. I eat when I'm happy, I eat when I'm sad, I eat because I'm happy or sad or bored or whatever. It's just how I go. It's how I get this fat. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll deal with it. Today's not that day.
I just put a load of smiley emojis and then Hope sent something saying, "You can't say that." And then Hope says, "Sammy, you really evil." And just so this actually makes sense, before the emojis, I put "my mom's evil." Just so that everything.
I mean, I am evil. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, no, I'm not ashamed. I'm okay with being evil.
I want the thing to see.
You want the what? You're not going to be able to show that screen on there. It's just not going to work, babe.
Inception.
I really hope our neighbour... Oi! You drop my laptop, I'll drop you. Out the window. Onto your head. It's like 11:30 at night and Callum's playing his keyboard. I'm impressed with his musical skill and ability, but I'm a bit worried about the neighbours.
I spelled Seption, S-E-P-S.
That's not how you spell Inception.
I spelled Inception wrong. But the first part I forgot the N.
I think we should probably leave it here. I think we've about told all the stories we have for tonight. But I'm going to try and make live streaming a reasonably regular thing, like, I don't know, every Friday or Saturday, at least one day during the weekend each week, we'll try and live stream, because I enjoy this. I enjoy sitting and talking to the camera. I enjoy the odd times we get to interact with you guys. I find it a little bit chaotic when I have helpers, but that tends to be the way.
Hope says, Callum's playing piano really well. I'm like, nope, he's listening to music.
Don't, you're such a git. Callum is playing really well. He practices so much, and I'm really impressed with how well he can play, considering he's never had a piano lesson ever, like a proper piano lesson. In fact, I don't think he's ever had any kind of music lessons. You have violin, don't you? Mm-hmm. And Callum goes to like choir camp and stuff, but that's about it. How many viewers have we got, Sam?
3.
Me, you, and Hope. Okay. Well, on that note, I think we're going to leave it for tonight. Sam, do you want to say goodbye to Hope? And anyone else that's watching this in the future? Woo! When we've all edited it and made it less waffly and more concise and interesting. One thing I want to try and do maybe is think of activities to do on the stream. I'm quite happy to sit here and splurt stories at you that I plan out and look. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a story I could tell you. Or I could do other things on the stream. They're interesting. Like, I don't know. The only thing that's coming to my head is like doing my nails. Or doing like random kids experiments or something. I don't know. Oh, are you bringing that in here to play?
Yeah.
Are you performing?
No.
Can't perform.
I just got
it live.
And I had no.
I was kind of just wrapping up the stream. So what do you want to do?
That's fine.
You can say we can keep going for a bit more.
That's fine.
Alright, I'm going to go and I'm going to let Callum perform a concert for me so I can listen to him. And I guess we'll see you all next time we stream. Feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Hope, I know you have. Megan, you too. And Angela, obviously. If anyone's watching this at a late date, yeah, subscribe. Stick around. If you have any suggestions of random shit, if you have any suggestions for random stuff you'd like to see on the live stream, go to the 13 Facebook group and leave a suggestion. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm also on Twitter as @Lozamuck, I think. But if you Google 13, you'll find me, basically. And I'll see y'all later. Woo.
I don't.
What?
Okay, now. You know what I did? I put don't go to her Facebook.
God, can you not spell?